Middle of July, mid-July, and the sun is shining in the UK, and everybody's happy. Problem is, everybody's so happy they're all outside on the booze in the gardens, so we're a wee bit thin on the ground here tonight. Mike and Helen said they emailed me say they couldn't come because I think it's dogging week down in Surrey, and we're a few. Michael Hawkins, I assume, has got internet problems because he's not with us. That's the first time Mike's missed for forever.
No, he sent a message. He fell flat in his face on the patio.
Oh, that's what I said. It was when out drinking.
So he looks rather rough. So he said he'd leave it this
if he
week.
needs a dentist, I'm not doing foreigners.
He's bent his beard.
Right, okay. So, best wishes, Mike, then. Sounds like you're in a bad way. Right. This is the first time out for this song, which means it's not likely to go well. But those of you who were here last week will remember somebody made a promise. So all I can say is, Susan Race, get ready to talk to me dirty in Geordie. Most depressed and sad, I once was blithe and glad. Trip around this town so trim and neatly. I was happy night and morn, no such things I'm sure, since I fell so deep in love with Sally Wheatley. And it's oh dear me, what am I gonna do? Sally stole away me heart completely, and I'll never get it back. She gans with Mr. Black. They say he's gonna marry Sally Wheatley. Now I never saw such a lass. I know she likes a glass. Should tip a glass of whiskey over neatly. It's right to take a drop. Know just when to stop. It's just the way it was with Sally Wheatley. And it's oh dear me, what am I gonna do? Sally stole away me heart completely, and I'll never get it back. She gans with Mr. Black. They say he's gonna marry Sally Wheatley. Felt I didn't know, first time I Sally saw. In a threesome wheel she hopped about so neatly. Well, I might have had a chance if I'd asked her up to dance. Was over shy to speak to Sally Wheatley. And it's oh dear me, what am I gonna do? Sally stole away me heart completely, and I'll never get it back. With Mr. Black, they say he's gonna marry Sally Wheatley. So often is the case, you'll find others in your place. They didn't shove ahead and fettle Wheatley. I'd scarcely turned me back when I spied young Charlie Black. He was jigging round the room with Sally Wheatley. And it's oh dear me, what am I gonna do? Sally stole away me heart completely, and I'll never get it back. She gans with Mr. Black. They say he's gonna marry Sally Wheatley. Must have made it right when he took her home that night, 'cause after work dressed up he sees her neatly. sad today. If I had a heart, it'd break for Sally Wheatley. It's oh dear me, what am I gonna do? Sally stole away my heart completely, and I'll never get it back. She cancelled Mr. Black. They say he's gonna marry Sally Wheatley.
Yes, John.
I had internet problems there. I kept sort of freezing a little bit. Did
Yeah,
you
I wondered.
spot
I thought you froze a couple of times.
that? Yeah, a couple of times. Just
That was
right.
yeah,
So,
that was absolutely wonderful. Well done.
I'm expecting Talk to Me Dirty and Geordie sometime now.
Or
Nice.
Jordley.
Yeah.
You're going to have to do that one on Tuesday, John.
Oh, not with Tom Brown.
Oh, come on.
Oh no, not with Tom Brown.
No, I suppose not.
Yeah, I've got some Bob Fox songs. I'm not singing him in front of him, no.
Okay, Alan.
Good evening.
Good evening, Al.
Good evening, everybody. From the mountains of North Wales in the sunshine. I can't believe it. And I've got a flock of jays in my garden at the moment. So. Anyway, this is Andy M. I think again a bit of Silly Wizard for Mr. Shepherd, and he doesn't do this song. It's hey
Queen of all Argyle.
hey.
Queen of all Argyle, is it?
Aye, indeed, young man. Gentlemen, it is my duty to inform you of a beauty, though I ask of you a favour not to see you for a while. By her own she is a creature, a character and feature, no words can paint a picture of the Queen of all Argyle. Well, if you could have seen her there, boys, if you had just been there, the swan was in her movement and the morning in her smile. All the roses in the garden would bow and beg a pardon. No one can match the beauty of the Queen of all Argyle. On the evening that I mention, I pass with a light intention through the port of our dear country, known for beauty and for guile, being the place of noble thinkers, of scholars and great drinkers, but above them all for splendour shone the Queen of all Argyle. Well, if you could have seen her there, boys, if you had just been there, the swan was in her movement and the morning in her smile. All the roses in the garden would bow and beg a pardon. No one could match the beauty of the Queen of all Argyle. Oh, well, it's needs me, lads, must leave you. My intention not to grieve you, nor in fact would I deceive you, or I see you in a while. I must find a way to gain her, to court her and detain her. I fear me heart's in danger from the Queen of all Argyle. Well, if you could have seen her there, boys, if you had just been there, the swan was in her movement and the morning in her smile. All the roses in the garden would bow and beg a pardon. No one can match the beauty of the Queen of all Argyle. Well, if you could have seen her there, boys, if you had just been there, the swan was in the movement and the morning in her smile. All the roses in the garden would bow and beg a pardon. No one can match the beauty of the Queen of all Argyle.
Hey.
Thank you very much.
Andy M. Stewart songs go really high and really low, don't they? He's
They're
a
just
big,
wonderful songs to
big
do.
range.
You have to pitch your key dead right with those, otherwise...
Yeah. Oh, it suits your voice, Al.
Thank you.
That's for sure.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, great.
Enjoyed every second of that, Alan.
Thank you very much.
Right, yeah, Sally Wheatley, I think, needs to go up a fret with a capo there.
I thought it sounded really good, you know, John, for first time out, because I know what it's like when you do one out for the first time.
a little bit out me boots there.
Can you do it in Dadgad next week, John?
Next week's challenge.
No.
All right.
Let me think about that for less than 1 nanosecond. No. Right, Gwyn, is it a video for Stella?
Yes, it is. It's a very special one. Yeah. This Friday's piece is by the Arch Druid, the present Arch Druid, Myrddin ap Dafydd. We've done some of his stuff before. It's about a local, a national hero, one of Wales's greats, a guy called Orig Williams, who was a professional footballer for a while, but made his name mainly as a wrestler and a wrestler promoter. Presented wrestling on Welsh television. He wrestled all over the world under the pseudonym of El Bandito. He played the bad guy. He had a big drooping moustache and he did all the dirty tricks, and he was much loved in the wrestling circles. His daughter recalls being babysat by giant haystacks. So there's a fantastic story there. And I knew Orig personally because when my son had his Teenage Rebel of the Week period and stormed out of home, he ended up in a flat that was owned by Orig. Orig was his landlord, and he was very kind and very protective to my son during those troubled times. So this is Canlyn Orig, Following Orig by Myrddin ap Dafydd. Mae Orig efo'r meirwon, ond ein weld wnaf drwy darth yr afon, yn ddewr ei hwyl ar y ddŵr hon, mae Orig efo'r mawrion. Mae'n rhan man a'i gynnan, Man Gwyn a Chang, John Charles a Llywelyn. Joniau Gwlad Owain y Glyn, a Sil, Graf a Hugh Selwyn. Y dyn a ai amdani a'i tharian Arthuraidd y cwmni, gordd wrth ergydio'r gerddi, Orig fawr a gofia fi. Dwrn Tachwedd, calon feddal yr hogyn, dwrn o graig ei ardal, ei rychau weithio fel wal, yna gwen pont Dolgynwal. Ennill y gwir mewn pennill a gair oedd iddo'n dryso'r disglair. Callio, ail danio'r cellwair, y dyn ffeit ffeindia yn y ffair. I'w ddiwedd, yr oedd haearn yn ei waed. Roedd yn iach ei ragfarn, os cariad, cariad cadarn. Os Cymro, Cymro i'r carn. In the Stan Rooster Steddfod, we're forgetting what the Steddfords were because we've missed a couple of years now because of this COVID thing. There was a pavilion dedicated to Orig, and it was a wonderful experience. My son and I spent about an hour and a half in there looking at the memorabilia and the photographs and the memories. What an amazing guy. Born in Ysbyty Ifan, and anybody who's born in Ysbyty Ifan must be okay.
I cycle through Ysbyty Ifan all the time. It's a lovely little village, actually.
Yes. They're a very strange place. I had a friend there. She's passed a long while ago, and we used to communicate in poetry. She'd write me a poem, and I'd answer her a poem, and etc. Absolutely fantastic people. Of course, they're under threat now, you see, because they're damaging the hill farming. The farmers are now been under threat, and they've been a backbone to the Welsh culture. So we'll see what happens. Yeah.
It reminded me a little bit of Edna, that, because Edna used to be a bare knuckle fighter in the fairgrounds.
Yes, yeah. Orig did promote women wrestling. It was we used to go to Rail Town Hall and you see Klondike Kate and various unbelievable ladies actually giving it some welly in the ring. I mean, it's all. I was going to say fake, but it's
choreography. Choreography. Yeah, I worked with a chap called Harry Palin about 10 years ago, and he was a professional wrestler, and he would be a good guy or a bad guy depending what they wanted.
Yeah, there we go. Yes, yeah. And the bad guy, Orig used to say, you get a lot of work if you're a bad guy.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
you're going to lose, and the good guy, the guy in the white trunks, is going to beat you. But you get to do all manner of
And you get beaten up by the audience as well.
Yes, you do. Yeah,
Mick McManus and Jackie Pallow. I remember those names at the Gaiety Theatre in Rill.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Adrian Street. That's a guy that Orig used to promote. He was a miner's son from South Wales, and he used to appear in Glitter when glam rock was all the go in the 70s. And he went home to his village in South Wales to visit his dad, and his dad took him down the pit. And there's a fantastic picture of Adrian in his full eye makeup and glitter and stuff with this bunch of miners down the pit. It's like a culture clash of titanic proportion. You know, it's unbelievable. Yeah.
Oh, great.
Right, well, thanks, Gwen. We'll have a song or songs from you in the second half.
Yeah. Well,
meanwhile, we're moving over to John W.
Thank you very much.
Whereabouts is Traything compared to, say, Mould Cement Works?
We're about 4 miles west of Mould Cement Works.
Because I can see Mould Cement Works quite clearly from here in the distance.
Right, well, if you turn your head to the left, you might see Traything, but I wouldn't be sure about that.
Right, well, wave. When we're finished tonight, go outside in your garden and wave.
I'll stand and wave at you. Yeah.
Send Carol up on the roof looking for emu.
Yes, you're not that far away. Kelsol's about 30 minutes away from us. And that's not too far from you, is it?
No, I reckon once sort of, we're all back to some sort of normality and we've got clubs going, I'm afraid you're going to see me on a Tuesday live. So you'll have to change your venue.
Yeah.
Unless you ban me for a third time.
Well, 3 times is a stroke, isn't it? You know, you're out. Anyway, good evening all. It was nice to get a mention in Tegwin's poem. My name is John Charles, so, you know. This isn't a real song, by the way. It's one I wrote myself. I was walking along the lane one day when I found a 4-leaf clover. Along came lovely Nancy May, who tripped and then fell over, and her skirts went flying in the air. So what I shouldn't have uttered, I was the vicar's only son, she was the farmer's daughter. Well, I blushed from me head down to me boots, but Nancy didn't care. Oh, she took me by the hand and said, let's see what we can share. Oh, led me to the river bank, said, sir, what is your fancy? Taught me all I had to know, me dearest darling Nancy. Four months later we were wed, with our fathers standing by. Oh, Nancy looked a picture then, with a belly oh so round. Oh, there was love and laughter in our eyes, like a lord and his lady. Following year our son was born, bonny bouncing baby. We've been married 10 years now, 4 sons and a lovely daughter. Now me story has to end, me song it is now over. But I still do bless the day I found a 4-leaf Clover, keep it for the memory of me Nancy falling over. Oh, what a lovely memory of me Nancy falling over. Thank you.
Nice, John. I shall wake up in the morning with that in my head again.
Oh, there you are.
Yes,
Going and brighten up the day.
Yes.
it might be down to you to do something cheerful, John, because Mike and Helen aren't here tonight. They've got better things to do tonight, they say. They'll be back next week. And Terry emailed us this week to say he's somewhere, sort of at a festival somewhere.
Oh, look
We're
at
around
that.
Stonehenge.
Yeah, he's on an urner. He's with the hippies and Harrys at Stonehenge. Why aren't you there, John?
I've just got back from Kernow, see? Can't afford to go twice.
You could have stopped down there.
I could have done, yes. Here we
Right,
are.
Carol, she's...
Just because you're trying to get rid of us, you know, that's the thing.
I'm not trying to get rid of Carol.
Oh, right.
Thank you.
I know where I stand and where I sit. Ah, yes.
Corrected.
Yes.
Yes.
Put
Right.
your bosoms away, Carol. These
Bit dark.
bit's a bit dark.
Oh.
Ah,
Oh.
Ah, there you go.
is that light enough?
Yes,
Right.
that is so.
What's this?
Oh, right.
Do you need some cream on it?
So finally, 3 weeks later on, you get to meet our last dragon. This is So, he guards the back door, with dignity, grace and charm. So all is safe, and all is well, and we are kept free from harm. He glides in the air alongside Flare, keeping lookout day and night. A cat on the prowl, a hunting owl, nothing escapes his sight. He's got a big smile knowing his job's worthwhile, and he wouldn't change a thing. From the curl in his tail, no,
It's easy to see.
sorry, and he wouldn't change a thing. It's easy to see, he's as happy as can be. From the curl in his tail to his outstretched wing. Thank you.
If you look at this, you can tell John Shepherd had something to do with him. You see the size of his false teeth.
Nothing to do with me. If you'd been wearing mine, they wouldn't have stuck in, they'd have fallen out.
And did the dragons go to Cornwall with you? Sorry, Kernow.
I sent them down there, yeah, because G7th was on, but they didn't get a feed, I'm afraid.
I always used to play this little game, sort of when I came to fit in a set of dentures, stick the top one in and see if I could get my fingers out faster than they fell down. Didn't usually. Right, oh, where are we now? Oh, we're with B, and unfortunately we've got David first, but you know.
Well,
Yeah.
no, you've got B first. You're very lucky.
Excellent.
Wow. Yes,
Well,
indeed.
maybe she could do two and you don't do one,
Big
David.
Well, there you are. Have you got two? No, she hasn't got two, I'm afraid. She's only got one.
You've upset him this week, David.
I think there's a limerick about that, isn't there?
I believe so, yes. It's about devices or something. No.
Grow up.
Yeah. He started it. Right.
Right, I've got a bit of a verse here. It's probably more for the ladies than the blokes. It's called Her Story. On a summer's day, at the dawn of time, he sat snoozing beside a tree. Eve, as she was wont, was working on bended knee, by digging and hoeing, not to mention seed sowing, she made sure they had food to eat. Do you know, she thinks, as she continues her chore, what they called our ancestors of yore? They named him Homo habilis, or handyman. And that's a laugh for sure. Handy woman might make some sense, because she's the multitasker, yet he gets the credit for all that's done and thinks himself the master. The Garden of Eden was lovely, it's true, but it didn't belong to us. Then one day, in the noontide heat, the owner came to complain. But listen to this worm of a fellow open his mouth to bellow. It was the woman, sir, who stole your fruit. I cannot take the blame. And so it all ended in tears and defeat, all because Adam, with his cowardly ruse, gave us the original example of what you now call fake news.
Very good.
The bit about digging and hoeing, Leslie often says to me, why don't you fork and hoe in the garden?
Yeah, well, you know, after that, I don't understand why on earth any woman would want a man, but they do look for them sometimes, don't they? Yeah. Right, well, I'm going to do some Kipling. Have you tried it, Mrs.?
It's bloody hard, Kipling.
You like Kipling?
Yeah.
Never kippled.
Yeah, right. This is, he's comparing the way people moan about other people's work because they're jealous of it in the Neolithic age with the way they're still doing it, as far as I can see. The thing is, I found this poem only this week because it happened to be the theme in the crossword I was trying to solve. So I thought, since I've got to suffer it, you will have to as well. So here we go. In the Neolithic age, savage warfare did I wage, for food and fame and woolly horses' pelt. I was singer to my clan in that dim red dawn of man, and I sang of all we fought and feared and felt. Yea, I sang as now I sing, when the prehistoric spring made the piled Biscayan ice pack split and shove. And the troll and gnome and dwerg, and the gods of cliff and berg, were about me and beneath me and above. But a rival of Salutre told the tribe my style was outre. 'Neath the tomahawk of diorite he fell, and I left my views on art barbed and tanged below the heart of a mammothistic etcher at Grinnell. Then I stripped them, scalp from skull, and my hunting dogs fed full, and their teeth I threaded neatly on a thong. And I wiped my mouth and said, it is well that they are dead, for I know my work is right and theirs is wrong. But my totem saw the shame. From his ridgepole shrine he came, and he told me in a vision of the night, there are 69 ways of constructing tribal lays, and every single one of them is right. Now we move on. Then the silence closed upon me till they put new clothing on me, of whiter, weaker flesh and bone more frail. And I stepped beneath time's finger, once again a tribal singer, and a minor poet certified by trail. Still they skirmish to and fro, Men, my messmates on the snow, when we headed off the Orrox, turn for turn. When the rich Allobrogenses never kept amanuenses, and our only plots were piled in lakes at Barn. Still, a cultured Christian age sees us scuffle, squeak and rage. Still we pinch and slap and jabber, scratch and dirk. Still, we let our business side, as we dropped the half-dressed hide, to show a fellow savage how to work. Still, the world is wondrous large, 7 seas from marge to marge, and it holds a vast of various kinds of man. And the wildest dreams of Kew are the facts of Kathmandu, and the crimes of Clapham chased in Martaban. Here's my wisdom for your use, as I learned it when the moose and the reindeer roamed where Paris roars tonight. There are 69 ways of constructing tribal lays, and every single one of them is right. Diolch yn fawr.
There we are. We even got a repeat chorus there to telegraph the ending. Excellent.
Brilliant.
And that was Kipling.
That was Kipling indeed,
Wow.
yes. Yes.
He was a bit of a thinker, wasn't he?
Hmm?
He was a bit of a stinker. Sorry, a thinker, wasn't he?
Well, I think you're right in every way, Alan, yes.
And a
Yes,
stinker.
he was a ruddy old, yeah. He started the Boy Scouts,
Right,
didn't he?
I'm
With
stepping in
Mowgli
here.
and all
This
that.
Excellent, good cakes though.
Oh, yeah.
Exceedingly good cakes. He was a dyed-in-the-wool racist. Yeah.
They're bloody rubbish, those cakes. But
I think
the
you'll be hearing
Battenbergs
from
are all
their
right.
brief.
Carol will make you a finer cake.
Oh, yes, yes.
When we come
You are.
live, we'll bring a cake as a prize for you.
Right. Oh, I can't wait.
There's a threat for you.
No, I can't wait.
Now we're missing the raffle. You see, we can have the cake in the raffle. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
normally, sort of at will, I bake. I do a loaf on the Friday. I do 2 loaves, one for myself, one for the raffle.
Well, we'll have to work it out, John, so that you win the cake and I win the loaf, you see.
So today was the first day that I'd baked for about 2 months, and it's a new oven, and it had the look that Alan would be proud of. Very well done.
Proper bread. Proper bread. Not your anemic stuff.
I used a really good mix I got from Morrison's called something einkorn blend or something. Really, really good blend. Flour, not mix. It's a blended flour, I think.
Oh, right.
It was about 40% that, 30% wholemeal, and whatever percentage, I don't do maths.
I'll mute him in a minute, people. I'll mute him if he carries on much longer.
Yeah, but you'll be sorry because it's Gaffer next.
Yeah.
How rude to Gaffer, how rude.
He's in a huff now, Gaffer. Oh no, he's there.
No, in no huff. It's just that I'm being a great admirer of John Charles Warburton. I wanted to do what I could to try and emulate him and try and win a place in his heart. And I know I can never write love songs quite like he. And he's pretty good at writing Cornish songs, and he's quite adept at writing protest songs. So I thought I'd try and put all 3 into one song for him, just so that he gets a sort of feeling for protesting Cornish lovers. And it's about the love-hate. Well, my dad was from Cornwall, my mum was from Devon. I was brought up in Devon. I've worked my working life in North Wales, so I know the conflicted way in which we react to tourists. rather like an alcoholic reacts to drink, really, isn't it? You can't live with it and you can't live without it. And so this is a rather more honest song than usual about the approaches to tourism in Cornwall, and that makes it ever so conflicted. The Merv I refer to is not Merv Davey, who sings a lot down there. It's Mervyn Vincent, who was a lovely fella that I remember from, well, I suppose 40 years back. He died about 30 odd years back. And that it's, I put one of his quotes, I put one of his quotes in, I've put 2/3 of one of his quotes in about the fact that he didn't call tourists emmets, he called them hemorrhoids. There we go. I'll see, I'll try it. See what it's like. Right then, better get the old song started or you won't believe a word I've said. Oh, welcome in Cornwall, just waiting for you. We've put up some signposts to show where we'm to. Come down and see us, but don't stop too long. More signposts will guide you back where you belong. If you're looking for sunshine, for sand and for sea, there's places that's warmer and cheaper than we. Rivieras and Costas and at least one Algarve. If you comes down us grumbles, if not then we starves. Welcome in Cornwall, just waiting for you. We put up some signposts to show where we'm to. Come down and see us, but don't stop too long. More signposts will guide you back where you belong. Now some call 'em tourists, ghouls or worse. Some call 'em emmets and some stand and curse. I calls 'em hemorrhoids, said Merv, for he passed. They comes down in bunches and they pains in the ass. There's a welcome in Cornwall just waiting for you. We've put up some signposts to show where we'm to. Come down and see us, but don't stop too long. More signposts will guide you back where you belong. There's fishermen's cottages, quaint as you'll get. They'm pretty as pictures, but never forget. If you been St. Ives, or Polperro, or Loo, they'm quaint 'cause we built them for us, not for you. There's a welcome in Cornwall just waiting for you. We put up some signposts to show where we'm to. So come down and see us, but don't stop too long. More signposts will guide you back where you belong. When you comes down to see us, there's loads you can do. Museums and gardens and posh restaurants too. But all these attractions is no use to us. They'm stuffed full all summer and in winter they'm shut. There's a welcome in Cornwall just waiting for you. We've put up some signposts to show where we'm to. So come down and see us, but don't stop too long. More signposts will guide you back where you belong. 'Cause the place where we live's better looking than yours. There's some folks that say we'm no better than whores, prostituting our homeland to keep off the dough. Us don't sell our bodies, us rents out our soul. There's a welcome in Cornwall just waiting for you. We put up some signposts to show where we'm to. So come down and see us, but don't stop too long. More signposts will guide you back where you belong. A trip down to Cornwall is good for your health. As somebody said once, contentment is wealth. So we hope you're contented as homeward you go, 'cause you'll have your memories and we'll have your dough. There's a welcome in Cornwall just waiting for you. We've put up some signposts to show where we'm to. So come down and see us, but don't stop too long. More signposts will guide you back where you belong. A real Cornish calendar's beautiful thing. It don't have no pictures, just two big red rings, marking the date that the first tourist comes, and the date when the last piss off back where he's from. There's a welcome in Cornwall just waiting for you. We put up some signposts to say where we'm to. Oh, come down and see us, but don't stop too long. More signposts will guide you back where you belong. The Cornish were always fine, hard-working souls, ploughing fields, ploughing waves, digging tin out of holes. We don't risk our lives no more digging for tin. Us sits on our backsides while you brings it in. There's a welcome in Cornwall just waiting for you. We've put up some signposts to show where we'm to. So come down and see us, but don't stop too long. More signposts will guide you back where you belong.
Hey! Fantastic.
Well, Gaffer.
Booty.
Right, just know John's going to pinch that. He's going to pinch that. No question.
I'll have that one.
You're welcome to it, John. You probably sing it better than me, and you got one of those guitar things to play with it.
Oh, fabulous, Gaffer. Thank you so much.
I take it that you're not working full time these days, Gaffer.
You think I'm a part-time tourist?
If you've got that much time to write a bloody song.
Oh, fantastic. Really great. Thank
Right, enjoyed that, Gaffer.
Yeah. Well, there we are.
Right, we are moving on. And I did try to sort of remove them by stealth by missing them off my list when we were sort of making it, but they saw through that one. So it's up to County Durham for Brian and Sue.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
John. Good evening, everybody.
I did early on mention the Jez Lowe song, Talk to Me Dirty and Geordie. Do not make my mistake. Do not say, Alexa.
We got rid of ours.
We did.
Yeah, we give it away. It's too annoying.
Because she does.
Right, this is another one.
Okay. Mine's just said, sorry, I don't know that.
Get rid of them. This is another West Country song, really. It's an anti-war song by Show of Hands called Coming Home. It's in two parts. The first part's about a young boy growing up in the West Country. He wasn't doing very well at school. He was keen enough, but he struggled with the work and he had a problem with discipline and he was always getting into fights. When he left school, he found that the fight theme continued. He was always getting into trouble. So I think he must have felt he needed the discipline of joining the forces. So he went off to Afghanistan and obviously his family were all wishing he could get home, but that didn't turn out too well. And that's how the end of the song is. But before that, there's an extract from a traditional song, The Bonny Light Horseman, which I'm sure people on here will be familiar with. You might recognise some of the words, but the tune might be slightly different. But it's a similar sort of theme. It's a lady who lost her husband or partner in the Napoleonic Wars.
He's coming home. He's coming home.
Born in the North Country, raised in the West, was his mother and sister that knew him the best. Eager to learn, but he struggled at school. Too swift with his fists, too slow with the rules.
He's coming home. He's coming home.
Now all through this town he raised hell with his mates, and they only slowed down when they started to date. The natural made father as fine as his own, into the man the boy had now grown.
He's coming home. He's coming home.
So he tattooed their names, a heart and a caress. He served with his brothers and fought with the best.
Oh, the dove she laments for her darling as she flies. Where, tell me, where is my true love? She cries. Where in this wide world is the one to compare with my bonny light horseman who was slain in the war? Broken hearted I'll wander, broken hearted I'll remain, since my bonny light horseman in the wars he was slain.
20 years, 3 months, and a week since the day he was born. He's coming home now, the family have been informed.
Oh, yes.
Oh boy.
Beautiful song.
Beautiful.
Nobody heard
I'm
that?
looking forward to listening to that tomorrow morning.
Me too.
Oh, man.
Absolutely.
Nobody recognise it?
Yeah.
No.
Bonny Light Horseman, yeah.
Oh,
I'll
the
have
one
a
I
hanky. I'll have a hanky with me next time I listen to that one. I think. Wow. That plaintive, he's coming home. He's coming home. Wow.
Yeah.
That did it to me.
I know.
Bloody hell.
It's a bit of a story, and you're thinking he is actually going to get home, but then you realise, yes, he gets home, but not the way everybody wanted.
And it's real
so, yeah.
people, isn't it?
Right, this is Edwina Hayes' song. Does Edwina Hayes ever get down your way? Yeah.
No,
Yep.
yes.
I've heard her a couple of times. She talks a bit too much for me, but
Yeah, she does
was
talk a
singer.
lot.
She
yeah.
does.
She's not the woman who swings her handbag outside Boots, is she?
no, she just loves talking and doesn't sing. She'd do a concert at Folk Club in Conway, and she did about 5 songs and talked the rest of the time.
Yeah.
She's got a lovely voice, though.
That talks a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see her. She does a live show on Facebook.
She does, yeah, she does.
Yeah, it's really good to join. Yeah,
She's a nice
John,
person. I
John,
think.
you're thinking of Glenys. If you have a look at Glenys's Muppet box, she's gone now. She's outside Boots catching the last punters.
Yeah, he's stopped doing those live Facebook ones
Yeah.
because she's getting real jobs.
Real
So this is Leave a Light On, and it's about a relationship she was in, and a partner left, and she obviously wanted him to come back. And you know how when you were younger, your parents would say, "I'll leave a light on for you when you get back," and she would leave a light on in the hope that he would reappear, but I don't think he did.
No.
Maybe she was talking too much.
You could have had me for a song, 'cause my love was so strong. Though the years have come and gone, I leave a light on for you. And I remember the day excuse me, you went away, and I missed my chance to say that I leave a light on for you. And how I wish that I'd known how quickly life moves on. How I wish I'd been brave enough to try and make you stay. It was so long ago, and I still love you so. And I thought that you should know that I leave a light on for you. We were too young and free to think things would ever change. Now it's easy to see how different it all might have been. You could have had me for a song, 'cause my love was so strong. Though the years have come and gone, I leave a light on for you.
lovely.
Oh,
Well sung, Sue. Brilliant.
Thank you. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Good song, that.
Yeah, not enough talking in it. That's the problem.
Beautiful.
Right, well, thank you, you pair. We're looking forward to hearing you again in the second half because we're going to get round No Problem tonight. Rich,
Hi.
nice to have you back. We've missed you a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's been a kind of a crazy few weeks for me. I've been traveling. This is a debut. No one has heard this song before. And I've barely, maybe only played it 2 or 3 times since writing it. It was a song I was working on for a couple of years. 3 years. 2 years, something like that. 2 years. And finished it. One of the things I did while I was away is I spent about a week at Richard Thompson's sort of master class thing that he does in the Catskills. So I was hanging with Richard Thompson and his family and other musicians. And although I started it writing there when I went to that 2 years ago, I couldn't finish it, and several things happened at sort of simultaneously. One is my stepfather died 2 months short of being 99 years old. Another was something Richard said, and some guitar work from a Irish Celtic guitar player named John Doyle, who was there as one of the instructors. Anyway, see what you think. It's called Damn Glad to Meet You. Among the panoply of thoughts swimming in your head, many drown before they ever spy dry land. The same could be said of truth, for colors are always bled. And again, for troubled men like you is numerous as sand. Relax, this is no interview. I already know more about you than you do. Relax, this will all be over soon. First meetings can feel odd, but I'm damn glad to meet you. My name's God. Let me guess, right now you're scared, terrified just how your life might end up here. But the funny thing is, death's a lot like life. Often it is terribly unfair. But trust me, there is a difference. Unlike life, death's lasts a good deal longer. Understand, there are things you will never understand. In spite of all I've said, times you go unheeded when you're God. Some men, they also love themselves. They believe somehow that they know my mind. They believe somehow they are justified. They condemn more often than their kind. As God, I put so little store in sin. I know I've made men fools. They rarely know just what they're worth, wreaking havoc out this room to their precious earth. But I know all, so I know this. Take care of eternal life is what you wish. The secret is you live as long as you exist. Blessed or damned among the thoughts of living men. Don't blame me, you sod. I'm only God.
Woo! A good old thrash. to lie down in a darkened room now, Rich, after
Yeah.
that, I think.
I was trying, yes.
Yeah, that's burned you a few calories off there. Great, thanks for that, Rich. We've just been joined by Moto G8 Powerlight, who look very familiar.
Yeah, that's us, yeah.
Stokies.
No, we're
So,
on.
are you
All
back up in? Are you back up in Rill in your van?
Yeah, we are. We're at Rill Harbour.
Wow.
Well,
You sound very close.
Yeah, very close to you, Alan. Yeah, very close.
Can you see
Oh.
us?
We can see you, yeah.
Oh, right. I'll show you the Blue Bridge if you can see it.
Oh, hey.
Oh.
There we are, the Blue Bridge.
Pontyffordd.
Oh, indeed, yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
The tide's out, is it?
Pardon?
Is the tide out?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
yeah.
looks like mud and.
Turds are out as well, mate.
Oh, John. Oh. You see,
it's,
you see a
those-
lovely vision for most people. A lovely vision of Rill, the new harbour in Rill. Spent squillions on it, and then one word, the turd word.
Nice. Yeah, we enjoy.
We enjoyed. We park here for free.
Oh.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, the
I might have to come to Rill then.
Are you in a caravan or a camper van?
Yeah, motorhome.
Motorhome.
Yeah.
A motorhome. I'm sorry. A motorhome. I'm awfully sorry. Oh, you can get away with
Absolutely
camping,
lovely,
staying
darling.
there for free. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going down to Kaidai after for a few days as well. And we go there for free as well.
Oh.
God, you're right cheapskates, aren't you?
Oh no, they've done their research, John.
Yeah, we all are in Stoke.
Yeah. We have to go begging for diesel, Gary.
Right, so anybody in Rill, make sure that you've got a lock on your petrol. On your
It's
gas if
easy
you've got a
enough to
diesel
pinch
car.
it out the boats, isn't it?
Yeah. There'll be a bloke with a rubber tube round.
This is recorded, you know.
Give Sparrow Harrison our regards too.
Oh, I will do, yes.
Yeah.
Does he know you?
Well, I was a friend of Margaret Baker's.
Everybody knows Margaret Baker.
She stood on the corner, didn't she, John?
I'm not going there. I am not going remotely near that corner. Right,
I've never
where
been,
are we
Margaret.
now? I've lost my thread now. Oh, we're over to Vancouver for Maureen. Let's have a bit of sense.
Well, I don't know how sensible this is. Dharma do a Dharma day, a Dharma do me daddy, oh, Dharma do a Dharma day. The day we went to Rothsay, one Hogmanay at Glasgow Fair. There was me and myself and several mair. We all went off to have a tear and spend the night in Rothsay. We wandered through the Broomalaw, through wind and rain and sleet and snow. At 40 minutes after 12, we got the length of Rothsay, a Dharma do a Dharma day, a Dharma do me daddy, oh, Dharma do a Dharma day. The day we went to Rothsay, a soldier lad named Ruglan Will was regiment lying at Barra Hill. Gaed off with a tanner to get a Jill in a public house in Rothsay. Says he, I think I'd like to sing. Says I, you'll deny such a thing. He said, clear the room and I'll make a ring and I'll fact them all in Rothsay. Dharma do a Dharma day, a Dharma do me daddy, oh, Dharma do a Dharma day. The day we went to Rothsay, in search of lodgings we did slide to find a place where we could bide. There were 82 of us inside in a single room in Rothsay. We all lay down to take our ease when somebody happened for to sneeze. Achoo! When when somebody happened to, and he wakened 500,000 fleas in a single room in Rothsay-o, a dermadoo, a dermaday, a dermadoo, me daddy-o, a dermadoo, a dermaday. The day we went to Rothsay-o, there were several different kinds of bugs. Some had feet like dyers' clugs, and they sat on their bed and they cocked the lugs and cried, hooray for Rothsay-o. Oh, Nua says we'll have to lope. So we went and joined the Band of Hope. But the polis wouldn't let us stop another nicht in Rothsay-o. A dermadoo, a dermaday, a dermadoo, me daddy-o. Dermadoo, a dermaday. The day we went to Rothsay-o.
Yeah.
Oh, I like a whoop at the end.
Oh, it's a telegraph.
You got a bit of whoop at the end, can you?
Like a bit of whooping, don't you, John?
It's a telegraph. It's a telegraph.
Quite like a Canadian Geordie doing a Scottish song.
Wow.
Yeah, that was something special.
We're all
brilliant,
mongrels
yeah.
here, John. We're all mongrels here.
Carl, who we haven't seen for a
yourself.
few weeks, I reckon he's been in the golf club, in the bar.
I am playing a lot of
19th
golf.
hole.
Yeah, I played a lot of golf, looking after grandchildren, looking after dogs, and yeah, that's about it really. But of course, like Alan said, I think it was earlier, that the weather's getting so good now, isn't it? It's hard to drag yourself away from the sunshine.
Yeah, but don't forget the nights are drawing in now.
Oh, shut up.
Well, they are, you know. Face the facts.
Lee, how dare you?
Absolutely.
Get off.
Miserable git, yeah.
Anyway, John, I thought your eyes lit up when you saw the teeth on that dragon. I thought you were rubbing your hands there.
Ka-ching.
Yeah. This is an Irish song, The Parting Glass, and I think rumour has it that the Scots used to sing it a lot before they discovered Auld Lang Syne. So it's quite a poignant song. All the money e'er I had, I spent it in good company. And all the harm I ever done, alas, it was to none but me. And all I've done for want of wit, to memory now I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. All the comrades ere I had, they're sorry for my going away. And all the sweethearts ere I had, they'd wish me one more day to stay. But since it falls unto my lot, I gently rise and softly call that I should go and you should not. Good night and joy be with you all. If I had money enough to spend and leisure time to sit a while, there is a fair maid in this town that surely has my heart beguiled. Her rosy cheeks and ruby lips, I own she has my heart in thrall. Then fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. Good night and joy be with you all.
Yes, Carl, very nice.
Oh,
We don't hear your voice enough, Carl. We don't hear your voice enough, mate.
Oh. I wish I had a voice like that instead of like a strangled cat.
oh.
Thanks, Carl.
I wish I could do a strangled cat.
I could do a strangled cat, couldn't we, Al?
Right, before we... thank you, Carl. Yeah, we've missed you these last few weeks. So,
It's delightful. That was in the key of E minor, but it was E again. That's the key of the
before we
E
get
thing,
to
obviously.
Gwyneth...
Hey, by gum.
E, indeed. Oh, David
Dave.
H. Just turning up.
Mugabe.
Stick him in...
Dave. How are you, mate?
Stick him in after Gwyneth, Alan. Move him
I'll
up.
stick
Slide
him in.
up.
He's following
Evening,
Gwyneth.
sir.
He'll follow anyone.
Oh, there it is. Straight in. Straight in.
Hiya, David.
Oh, yeah.
But before we get to Gwyneth, there's
Good evening,
a
David.
few people we haven't talked. Eveline, good night. Good evening. Nice to see you. And John, Aussie John, have you got another gag for us? No. Fair enough.
I think he was censored after the last one.
Thought I'd ask. Margaret's obviously got better things to do on her iPad or whatever. Yeah. We're just background. We're just sort of right. Gwyneth.
She's texting her real friends on that. She is, John.
Gwyneth, what have you got for us tonight?
A song that, well, the tune of which people of a certain age, i.e. those my age and roundabouts, will recognise from the signature tune of a TV show.
Youngsters, you mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It was actually first published by Frank Kidson in 1891, the song. Johnny Todd.
You don't look that old, my love, but there you go.
No, the TV wasn't invented then either. So if it was a signature tune for a TV show, it can't have been 1891.
It was Police, wasn't it?
It was.
Yes.
Dead cars.
Dead
Dead cars.
Yeah, Newtown. wasn't it?
Anyway, yep.
Right, sorry, we interrupt.
That's fine. Johnny Todd, he took a notion for to sail the ocean wide, and he left his true love behind him, weeping by the Liverpool tide. For a week she wept full sorely, tore her hair and wrung her hands. Then she met another sailor walking on the Liverpool sands. Why, fair maid, are you a-weeping for your Johnny gone to sea? If you'll wed with me tomorrow, I will kind and constant be. I will buy you sheets and blankets, I'll buy you a wedding ring. You shall have a silver cradle for to rock the baby in. Johnny Todd came home from sailing on the ocean wide, and he found his fair and false one was another sailor's bride. All you men who go a-sailing for to fight the foreign foe, do not leave your love like Johnny. Marry her before you go. Thank you.
Hey!
Edna's got to understand that's nothing to do with Everton, that tune. It's nothing to do with Everton. They just pinched it.
What's wrong with
the black
Everton?
and white telly there with Brian Blessed? What was it? Fancy Smith.
Francis Smith, yeah.
Francis Smith, yeah.
Smith.
Oh, yes.
What's his sidekick called? I can't remember what his sidekick was called.
That was
Jock Weir.
PC Sweet.
I think it was Jock Weir.
Yes.
Oh, he was the boss. He was the boss.
He was
wasn't
the
he?
boss. No, Joseph Brady played Jock Weir.
Ah.
Yeah.
Jock Weir was the character. Yeah.
Oh,
They were in the same Ford Zephyr.
I'm not old enough to remember said car, so I'm going
Yes,
to...
you are. Yes, you are.
Nose has just got bigger, John.
James Lynch, so it was.
And James, the
You were
Belfast.
watching Popeye
James
on
Lynch,
ITV.
so it was.
Ellis.
Yeah,
James Ellis,
James
wasn't it?
Ellis, that's
was
it.
Lynch. Lynch,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Alice for Lynch, wasn't it? That's right.
Yeah.
Bert Lynch. Not Bet
He's
Lynch.
accusing
Bert
me
Lynch.
of a misspent youth here.
Not bad Lynch, oh.
Sorry, poor Gwyneth's trying to get a word in edgeways to round off her spot.
Go ahead.
No, that's fine.
Oh, the moment
Honestly,
passed.
it makes
Talking about Fancy Smith, I think I've cracked the gag before that a fancy man is someone who's been circumcised with pinking shears.
Oh,
hey,
dear.
Right.
That was in the day when television wasn't mind control. There you go.
Dave just joined us and straight in. How's about that?
Well, my profuse apologies. I'm afraid it's one of those evenings, but there we go. And thanks for that. I had no idea that was a song. I do vaguely remember Dead Cars.
Yeah, Johnny Todd.
Right. We're going to country, I think. Sometimes they ask me, I'm really happy now. I say, sure, I never loved her anyhow. But inside I long for you, and the way it used to be. I look around, there's a heartache following me. I always say that I'm really glad you're gone. Even act like I never cared at all. But inside I long for you, and I'm never really free. I look around, and there's a heartache following me. I pawn my ring and everything that tied me to the past. I say I never loved you, never meant for it to last. But I know it's just a game, and the loser's always me. I look around, and there's a heartache following me. I pawn my ring and everything that tied me to the past. I say I never loved you, never meant for it to last. But I know it's just a game, and the loser's always me. I look around, and there's a heartache following me.
Yeah.
Oh, that was deep.
Yeah.
Reeves, wasn't it?
Thanks very much, Dave.
Thanks,
very
Dave.
much.
Yeah.
Well, we're, despite being quiet, it's somehow taken us an hour and a half to get round once. I think you lot have just been talking too much.
What about you, Mr. Shepherd?
No, I've been trying to keep the show on the road.
It's been a very entertaining evening so
Bristles.
There we are. Oh, I've got to change my diddle. I've got to. I won't be a moment. I'll just change my diddle. Change my background.
Have you ever had your diddle changed, missus?
There we are. I got some words. I hope you can read them. in the corner.
You're sounding
there.
a bit bathroomy. You've got a reverb thing, haven't you?
Oh, right. Yeah, I'll turn
You're
that
a bit
off.
bathroomy.
Thank you very much, John. Thank you, Q.
Shut up and get on with it.
So it's a Welsh song. It's a song in Welsh, and the words come from a song by Georgia Ruth originally called Codi'r Angor, where he's the anchor. And I was asked to rewrite some new verses to suit the emigration. I say mass emigration. 150 years ago, a gang of very disheartened Welsh people went off to Patagonia to start a gwladfa, a colony, where they could live their lives through the medium of Welsh and Welsh culture and carry on as though there was no pressure on the Welsh to change things. And they went, and now there are thousands of people in Patagonia, part of Argentina, who speak Welsh. They actually speak an old Welsh that's very different to here because it's the Welsh of 150, 160 years ago. It's actually 155 years ago now. So here's the song. It's called Codi'r Angor. There's a couple of refrain lines up here, line 2 and line 4, and then there's a chorus every time. But the little white bits, one word changes for each of the choruses. You'll get it. You're very, very bright. I know you'll all get this one. It's called Codi'r Angor. Take a breath, Jones. Take a breath. Mae hi'n llenwi'n gyflym hogiau bach. Mae'n cwrs I Patagonia. Rhaid I ni bella canu'n iach. Pryd gawn I Codi'r Angor. Mae'n amser I ni adael. Ia hen bryd I ni adael. Mae bywyd morwr yn galed iawn. Pryd gawn I Codi'r Angor. Mae Blue Peter yn ei le. Mae'n cwrs I Patagonia. Cawn weled o'r diwedd y groes y de. Pryd gawn I Codi'r Angor. Mae'n amser I ni adael. Ia hen bryd I ni adael. Mae bywyd Cymro'n galed iawn. Pryd gawn I Codi'r Angor. Mae na wladfa ryd tu draw i'r dŵr. Mae'n cwrs I Patagonia. Tir o laeth a mel sy'n aros yn arwyn siŵr. Pryd gawn I Codi'r Angor. Mae'n amser I ni adael. Hen bryd I ni adael. Mae bywyd teithiwr yn galed iawn. Pryd gawn I Codi'r Angor. Ffarwel I Gymru hir daeth. Mae'n cwrs I Patagonia. Mi lwyddion I mewn ffydd a gwaith. Pryd gawn I Codi'r Angor. Mae'n amser I ni adael. Ia'n bryd I ni adael. Mae bywyd gawtio yn galed iawn. Pryd gawn I Codi'r Angor. Mae'r mimosa'n hwylio ar y llanw llawn. Mae'n cwrs i Patagonia, gyda chymorth diw bydd pawb yn iawn. Pryd gawn i godi'r angor, mae'n amser i ni adael, ia hen bryd i ni adael. Mae bywyd ar loeswr yn galed iawn. Pryd gawn i godi'r angor, mae hi'n llenwi'n gyflym hogian ni.
That is so beautiful. Absolutely fantastic.
Gorgeous.
I stuck the words on. It's got a translate. The little file I've stuck in the chat. If you can get hold of it, it's got the translation in there, and it's a true story. They lost a couple of children on the way across. Very careless. No, they lost a couple of children, and when they arrived in Patagonia, it wasn't a land of milk and honey. It was a desert.
Yeah.
And one guy was so
desert.
Yeah, he was so utterly disheartened. He just got off the boat and walked and walked and walked into the desert. His body was found later, but he couldn't handle it, you know. But they found a river and they built a community, and they speak Welsh there. It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy, but they do.
Well, a lot of them are bilingual, Welsh and Spanish.
Of course, yeah. In Welsh, modern Welsh here, we have lots of borrowed words from English. Obviously, it happens. Stuff, words like stuff. Popty pink. And in
that be stiff.
It might do. And in Patagonia, they don't understand all the borrowed words, so you have to speak a pure form of Welsh to get along with them. I was in contact. Sorry, I'll be very brief. I was in contact via Facebook with a guy in Patagonia. And he's an Argentinian, he's born and bred Argentinian, and his name is Marion Griffiths.
Oh, wow.
Grand.
What were the pictures, Carl?
Yeah, coincidentally, one of my messenger groups, my brother gets these pictures sent from a local historian, and just the same day as Alan put that song on his own YouTube website, we'd been messaging about that, and my brother John in France, who I mentioned a few weeks ago, he messaged me to saying that Alan Rhys-Jones has got a Welsh a song about the Welsh settling in Patagonia, and those pictures were sent around by my brother just as an interesting point, and they're from the early settlers to Patagonia, so that was quite good, wasn't it? Yeah. Quite a coincidence.
Yeah. Can you get your pictures up again, Carl? And if you sort of talk, it'll keep your picture on the screen. You've got to start talking, Carl.
All right. That's the first settlers. Can you see that one? Is it blurred?
Yeah, just a bit.
It's blurred, yeah.
And there's a little note below it. Can you read that?
Wow, yeah.
So that's a group of the first settlers in Patagonia. And then also in the same message, first generation Patagonian Welsh, first generation Patagonian Welsh.
Wow.
And you see that one?
Yeah.
Is that visible? I'll keep
it's
talking.
a bit blurred, but
just about.
Pull it back a bit.
Yeah, pull it back.
That better?
Yeah. Well, it was, but I've...
Yeah, you need it.
It's on now.
Photograph on my
Yeah, you've got to keep talking.
Yeah.
Quite a pull it back towards you a bit.
That way.
Yep.
About 20 years ago, there was a musician from Patagonia who was absolutely fantastic guitar player. Based in Cardiff, of course, when he came over here, and he was absolutely fantastic. I had the honour of chaperoning a group of girls from Patagonia.
Oh, look
to,
you!
to one of the
7 girls
Eisteddfod.
for every boy there.
And it was fascinating. They could speak Welsh and Spanish, as has been mentioned, but they didn't have a clue about any English, which was good.
Yeah, it's
Right.
kind of magical. There we are.
Thank
They
you,
were-
thank you, Carl.
Alan, that was fantastic. Thank you.
Lovely song. Yeah.
It was all right, Alan. Yeah, it was not bad. That.
Well, fair play. The original song Codirangor was from Georgia Ruth. It wasn't about Patagonia, but it was me that juggled the words around. I did ask her for permission and got no reply, which I took as compliance, of course.
Well, you made me eyes leak.
Oh,
Alan.
good. Patagonia, by the way, Patagonia was so named because the Patagons, the local Indians, were extremely tall, and apparently Patagon in some language or other means giant. So, land of the giants.
Every day's a learning day.
Yep.
Yeah, we were meant to be. We had a trip booked for Argentina in February this year. That obviously didn't happen, so we put it on till next February. But I don't think that's got a great deal of chance of happening either, has it? But,
Well, you can always sing "Don't Cry for Me," can't you?
Oh, yeah. Have a look at Gaffer's comment in the chat, by the way.
Have to go to.
Yeah. Yeah. Had to be Gaffer, didn't it?
right, okay, we are once round. We better get fingers out, haven't we? I didn't know what to do second, so I've pulled this one out. So this is the speed I do it in, Alan.
Oh, that means it's slow.
By the clear and the winding stream, in the valley of Strathmore, where my love and I have been, where we wander nevermore. But if time were a thing man could buy, all the money that I have in store, I would give for one day by her side in the valley of Strathmore. From the land of the golden and green, I left for a land far away, where sadness has never been seen. I enjoy only cost a day's pay. But if time were a thing man could buy, all the money that I have in store, I would give for one day by her side in the valley of Strathmore. In Strathmore there's a long working day, the man with his hand on the plough. But his work, I'd be happy today if at night I were lying with you. If time were a thing man could buy, all the money that I have in store, I would give for one day by her side in the valley of Strathmore. glass. I'm drinking alone again, and I try not to think of my lass. The old days will never come again. If time were a thing man could buy, all the money that I have in store, I would give for one day by her side in the valley of Strathmore. If time were a thing man could buy, all the money that I have in store, I would give for one day by her side in the valley of Strathmore.
Lovely, John. Beautiful.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Lovely, John.
I'll strike that off my list now.
Almost as good as the original. but
Absolutely.
Not quite.
Really good. That was really
Another
good.
Silly Wizard song, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cannot beat them.
You can't.
Yeah. That's
Right,
lovely.
Alan, what have you got there next?
Well, I did promise Maureen a tune, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Oh,
We,
bagpipes.
my
Oh,
little
yes.
wife here remembered that. And going back to something that Carl put on the chat about colour telly, about you won't see it if you're just watching the recording, his dad used to put coloured perspex screens.
I saw that.
on black telly. Leslie said her first experience of colour telly was they had to go down outside Dixon's and look at it in the window.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, me too.
Yeah. By the way, good evening, Leslie. You've been sat there very quiet tonight.
John shrunk her. John's been shrinking her. Look, she's
Yeah,
tiny.
She's gone back further and further.
Yeah.
Right, are we off then?
I'm going to shut up
days,
now.
A couple of days ago, we said, it was not a bad night. We said, should we just open another bottle of red and have some cheese?
Why not?
And she said, I haven't moved here to be thin. Get it open.
Good. Good on you, Leslie.
Totally agree.
Priorities.
Right, this was Maureen was singing a song about the Keelman. This is Keelman Over the Land. the land. Foreign.
There were some notes in that. Oof.
Yeah, there were.
I get a bit nervous because it's a new set of pipes to me in a sense. I had a set made by a friend of mine, which were very ergonomically designed, so the keys fitted my fingers. This one, I really have to stretch my little finger to hit the key for the top notes. So it's not natural action. But there you go.
Fabulous, Alan.
They're
Thank
Northumberland pipes.
I
are they,
didn't
Alan?
hear any
Northumbrian small pipes, yeah.
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 You
I
frightened
see
the crap.
you got the Plaza Brennan T-shirt.
Oh, it's advertised.
That's where I work.
I've noticed that the vehicles all have the number plate PYB, which has always made me laugh because that's the Welsh pronunciation of pub.
Yeah.
There is a pub there, isn't there?
Well, we got our own bar there. Yeah, we got the best bar in Wales. Actually, it got the best view across Clynmumby across to the Snowdon Horseshoe. So from the bar
right.
you can see. So I'm trying to start an open mic there eventually. So we all have to go along when we do something.
I've
Give us
been
a
there.
shout
I've
when
been
you
there.
do, Alan.
I will indeed. I will indeed.
I've been there, but I don't remember the end of the evening.
Yes, I remember you coming. Actually.
All right, Alan.
Well, that's normal for you, Al, isn't it? Come on.
Right.
Thank
So
you anyway.
are you
About
on-
personalised number plates. I
Oh.
remember personalised number plates. There was somebody with a personalised number plate with GP1, and he put it in a medical magazine because he thought he'd make a lot of money because a doctor would want to buy it. But he didn't make any money because there wasn't any doctor want to buy it because GPI stands for Generalised Paralysis of the Insane, which is tertiary syphilis. So I don't know. It's probably a bloke called Gwyn Parry probably bought it instead. I don't know.
Oh, it's possible.
The best one I ever saw was on the M5 as I was coming back from Cornwall, and it was PO02OFN. Poo too often, and I thought I should have that one.
It's impossible to poo too often, John. Come on now. Come on.
Right, I see Chaz and Jan have joined us, so they said last night they were going to do one. So slide them in after Dave.
I will. There they go. Look at that. They're slid in.
Yeah.
Come on, T. Gwyn, we want to hear you now.
Right,
Oh,
Gwyn, yeah.
this is very kind. I've never had a request like that before, but here we go. This is off Bringing It All Back Home, Dylan's 5th studio album, Mr. Tambourine Man, Subterranean Homesick Blues, and It's All Over Now, Baby Blue are on the album, but this is my favourite off the album. I think I've done it before. She got everything she needs. She's an artist. She don't look back. She got everything she needs. She's an artist. She don't look back. Take the dark out of the nighttime and paint the daytime black. You will start out standing, proud to steal her anything she sees. You will start out standing, proud to steal her anything she sees. You will wind up peeking through a keyhole down upon your knees. She never stumbles, got no place to fall. Never stumbles, got no place to fall. She's nobody's child, the law can't touch her at all. Wears an Egyptian ring that sparkles before she speaks. Wears an Egyptian ring that sparkles before she speaks. She's a hypnotist collector, you are the walking antique. Bow down to her on Sunday, salute her when her birthday comes. Bow down to her on Sunday, salute her when her birthday comes. For Halloween and blow at trumpets, and for Christmas beat a big drums. She got everything she needs, she's an artist, she don't look back. Thank you.
Yeah, Gwen. I love the guitar in that. It's just that rhythmical, sort of hypnotic guitar playing in the background.
Yeah, well,
Good song about a bad woman.
well, no.
Oh.
Lovely, Gwen.
Women
Yeah,
have
better than a
women
bad
have
song
the right
about a
to
good
be as aloof as they want and to be as aspirational as they want.
And as bad as they want.
To be, yeah.
Oh,
yes, please.
Right, thanks for that, Gwen. Sorry I had to miss half of that because my bladder was just giving up on me.
Yeah.
Oh, too much information. Yeah. And I brought a beer back with me.
All I
as well.
can say is go and pee, John.
Okay, come on then. Let's have the Warbies.
Oh, Gwyn the Spack. There we are.
This is another not real song. I wrote it myself. As I onward go through the ancient forest, birds are in the trees, wood smoke on the breeze. Night is drawing near and the light is fading. Will I find my way back to you? It's been 7 years since I held you near me, tricked to go and fight across the sea. How I hate that man, that recruiting sergeant. Hope I never see his like again. Hear the cannons roar, the screams of the dying, the ringing of the swords and the crack of guns, the smell of blood and powder in the air around me. Got to find my way back to you. I walk out from the trees into the village clearing. There's no one around to see me home. Our cottage, it stands there, light streaming from the window. Walk into the room and I see you there. A young child lies asleep, she must be our Mary, grown into a girl since I've been away. My arms reach out to you, but you do not see me. What is going wrong? I don't understand. Then it all comes back, the bullet piercing through me, my life's blood running out on the ground. My soul has made it back to the one who loves me, but my body's lying cold in a foreign field. Years later, my mother reminisces about that same night and says what her daughter said she saw. And she says, Little Mary said to me, he's coming home today. Seldom mentioned him before, now he's coming home today. I could hardly hide my tears, for she's too young to know. He'd been gone for 7 long years, and he'd not seen her grow. The army took my love away all that time ago. I could not tell my child my fears and how I missed her so. Tucked her into bed that night and I kissed her sweet young brow. She looked at me and smiled and said, my daddy's come here now. I could not breathe, I could not turn, but thought I heard my name. Felt her presence close by me, but all looked the same. Mary fell asleep that night, her young face wreathed in smile, whilst I in my lonely bed lay awake and cried. An old maid now I still remain, since he went off to war. Then my child, she dreamed of him a-walking through the door, and she swears that on that night he stroked her hair and he held me tight. Faded in the candle's light.
Beautiful, John.
Oh, what a story! What a story! Wow!
Oh, yours, John. That I love that.
Bloody hell!
Yeah, there's a woman here breaking up. you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
I thought Alan was going to cry. When he was crying, I could tell.
Right.
Oh, right. Okay, you see,
Carol.
Any bugger can sing them. It takes a lot of skill to write them.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I'm guessing, but I think Carol probably had a hand in some of those words, filing the edges off some of them, probably.
No, I don't think I did actually. I
No.
think that's all John's own work.
Oh, well done, John. Oh, yeah. What a super song.
Tremendous.
Bloody
Tremendous. Yeah.
Thank you all very much. I'm touched to the heart.
Yeah, we know you are, but come on,
You've
let
been
Carl
touched
get
for
on
years.
with it.
Come on.
This is something completely different.
Sorry, Carol.
And it's called the New Bridge, first named the Runcorn Widnes Bridge, and then renamed Jubilee Bridge.
Ruggish.
And this is from when we used to live in Runcorn and where I grew up as a child. They decided to build a new bridge across the Mersey. Why did they build a new bridge across the Mersey? The old transporter creaked and groaned across the Mersey. So they started out from both sides, and it looked as though it would never meet across the Mersey. The arch of the bridge was awfully high. Old Sam on his bike would surely die crossing the Mersey. But that was okay, because the roadway was down below, across the Mersey. The bridge was opened by royalty, and we waved our hankies, red, white and blue, across the Mersey. But then there was so much traffic using the bridge across the Mersey that they had to build another new bridge across the Mersey. So now you use the Mersey Gateway to cross the Mersey. But remember the toll you have to pay to cross the Mersey. It has to be paid by midnight the next day when you cross the Mersey, or a hefty fine you'll have to pay when you cross the Mersey. Thank you.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah. Been caught out by that fine, Carol.
Me too.
If you go into Liverpool Airport from North Wales and you go over the bridge, you get on your plane and you forget all about this bloody toll you've got to pay, don't you?
It doesn't have to be when you're flying off anywhere from Liverpool Airport. I've done it twice now, crossed it, and thought, oh, bugger me, I haven't paid it, and had to pay £30.
It's not a lot of time. It's not a lot of time to pay because...
No, that's right.
I crossed about 10 o'clock one night, and then you go to bed, of course, you get up the next morning and go to work, and then by the time you get home, perhaps 8 o'clock, you've only got 4 hours to pay it.
Pay it, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Not long.
Well,
Sorry, run that concept past us again, Carl. Work, was it that word?
Oh.
You used.
Getting home at what time? 8 o'clock?
In the night?
Ignore them, Carl. They don't know. They're just old farts, a pair of them.
The thing was, we'd taken a friend to hospital, basically.
Oh, right. Bloody hell.
Of course, if you forget to pay going out, you forget to pay coming back.
Coming back, yeah.
Charge.
So that's 60 quid, isn't it?
They probably factored all these fines into their projected income, I guess.
Of course.
Oh, sorry.
It was the...
Got to be paid somehow or other.
Yeah.
So they say.
It was the Conservative... Oh, sorry, I'm going to shut up now. Muting
Right,
myself.
Davithan B, or whoever.
I'm afraid it's going to be just me this time. Sorry about that.
We want B. We want B.
B.
Right.
We want B. We want B.
B.
B. B.
Oh?
Be off.
Yeah. She's just told you to be off.
Be off?
That's what she just said, yes. You thought she was a very nice lady, didn't you? Yes. Oh, dear. Well, we're hearing now that the quality of Mersey is to drain you of all your money, then.
It's not straight.
No, that's right. Okay. Well, here's a poem. It's not one of his songs. It is a poem this time by Leonard Cohen called Was I Alone? Was I alone when we swore to keep it true? Was I alone, or was I there with you? Temptations, there were more than a few. Was I alone, or was I there with you? Was I alone when the mind was split in two? Was I alone, or was I there with you? There was death, but I knew what to do. Was I alone, or was I there with you? You'll have to wait if you're waiting for an argument with me. You'll have to wait till it's over, and life and death agree. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Cohen was a poet first and foremost, and he was told, you'll never make a living. he wrote a poem and he published his first book, and it sold about 500 copies, and he was advised, learn to play the guitar and do some tunes and you'll make a fortune.
Well, whoever told him that? Hey.
Sold him a bridge in Brooklyn.
Right, well, thank you,
Sorry?
David. Sorry we haven't got B. We're all sulking now.
Yeah.
So we'll have to have Gaffer instead.
There you are. Well,
So
he's got more
you
share.
shall. Ah. Well, you've all earned it, so that's fair enough. You can have me. This song, being old, is a little bit behind the times because it was written about a town, a very important town in the middle of Cornwall called Bodmin. And about 30 years after I first sung this song, I went back to Bodmin and I was amazed how much it had changed. It stopped raining for one thing. Well, paused, I suppose, technically. And Bodmin Road Station that get mentioned in this song, that's gone now. They haven't got Bodmin Road Station no more. They got Bodmin Parkway, which was a revolution in transport. That's how it's a new concept. It's called a reverse park and ride. And you get in your car in Bodmin, you drives off to the station, you parks your car, you piss off somewhere sensible. It's a wonderful idea. I don't know why I hadn't thought of it before. And they've shut the jail and turned it into a nightclub, and then they shut the nightclub because there was more criminals in it than there were when there was a jail. And they shut the nut house because nobody wasn't mad enough to go to Bodmin in the first place. So it's a very, very different place nowadays, if you can catch it between rainstorms. The town that bores me still. It makes me sick, it makes me feel ill. It always have, and I swear it always will. 'Tis boring Bodmin. The picture postcards, they shows all the sights in colour or the old black and white. Between the two any difference is slight. 'Tis all bloody grey down in Bodmin. A nightlife in Bodmin is simple and clean. Enormous crowds each night can be seen, stood watching the traffic lights turn into green, bewitched by the bright lights of Bodmin. A town that bores me still. It makes me sick, it makes me feel ill. It always have, and I swear it always will. 'Tis boring Bodmin. Beneath the church in Tower Dreth, the tombstone stands of my great Aunt Beth. Died in Bodmin, bored to death by boring Bodmin. At Bodmin Road Station I recently learned maximise profits the railway's concerned, and that's why the singles cost more than returns. 'Tis all market forces in Bodmin town that bores me still. It makes me sick, it makes me feel ill. It always have, and I swear it always will. 'Tis boring Bodmin. There once was a criminal, or so I've heard tell, who turned down the judge when he offered him bail, 'cause he thought the inmates of Bodmin Town Jail was the luckiest buggers in Bodmin. They're the good folk of Bodmin till talk of the day. The town's stuffy image was all blowed away. When Bodmin Town Car Park went pay and display. There's more like Las Vegas than Bodmin. That town that bores me still. It makes me sick, it makes me feel ill. It always has, and I swear it always will. It's boring, Bodmin. Now Bodmin Asylum is gruesome and grim. There's 900 lunatics locked up therein. Not one is so mad or so daft or so dim as to dream of escaping to Bodmin. Us folks in South Cornwall to a man do agree that no Cornwall folks is as weird as can be, and the boys in North Cornwall thinks the same about we, 'cause everyone turns back in Bodmin. A town that bores me still. It makes me sick, it makes me feel ill. It always has, and I swear it always will. It's boring, Bodmin. Now, in my opinion, the town should be proud of its finest attraction, without any doubt. Magnificent roadway, the one that leads out of boring Bodmin. Now when I do die, and me death knell do sound, in Bodmin Town boneyard lay my corpse down. It's the liveliest place in the old bloody town, a boring Bodmin, a town that bores me still. It makes me sick, it makes me feel ill. It always have, and I swear it always will. 'Tis boring Bodmin.
Yes. Another one for the Warburtons to pinch there, I think.
Yeah, that get me a job in the tourist board, won't it?
I bet what else does ale rhyme with?
The only thing I can say about Bodmin is they've got a nice steam railway that runs from Bodmin Parkway, doesn't it?
That's just another means of escape, I believe, but it didn't go very far, that one.
No, it doesn't. But
you won't get the locals on it. All the escapees know they got to get on the newfangled trains.
Right,
Splendid.
a classic there from Gaffer. We've lost Alan. Alan Manouchia's disappeared.
Oh.
But we haven't said hello to Michael tonight. He's been here again all night. Dropped out an odd time, but another glutton for punishment. Turns up every week. Always nice to see you or not see you, as the case may be, Michael. But always very welcome here. Right, we're up to County Durham. You can either do one or two, just to suit yourself. We'd like two, but if you just want to do one, that's...
we'll just do one. We'll just do one, John, thanks.
Do
I want
one.
to show... Do one, yeah. Do one. This is... you probably can't read it because back to front now. It's the same word as
right.
Alan Reese. Was it right way around?
It looked round the right way to me, yes.
Yeah, that's the right way around, yeah.
Well, it's the wrong way around to me, but never mind.
Your funny eyes on the left, that's all right.
But it's the same word as Alan's T-shirt. They've asked some of £2 on eBay. I think it's because they spelled guitar wrong, but... Right. A couple of weeks ago, John and Alan made the mistake of saying that anybody could sing absolutely anything they want on here. Doesn't have to be a folk song. John's looking a bit worried now. So,
when you've heard some of the filth that I've sung at Real Folk Club, the absolute pornography, Yeah, we'll take anything.
Right. So we thought we'd sing our favourite Cliff Richard Christmas song.
Oh, yes!
So get ready.
But then we changed our minds.
Sorry.
No.
We're not.
Was it mistletoe and wine?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was going to be the Lord's Prayer for a moment. Horrible man.
Oh, yeah.
With dogs on the fire and gifts on the tree. That's the one I like.
Yeah.
I wanna live, I wanna give. I've been a miner for a heart of gold. It's these expressions I never give that keep me searching for a heart of gold. And I'm getting old. Keep me searching for a heart of gold, and I'm getting old. I've been to Hollywood, I've been to Redwood, I've crossed the ocean for a heart of gold. I've been in my mind, it's such a fine line, it keeps me searching for a heart of gold, and I'm getting old. Keeps me searching for a heart of gold, and I'm getting old. Keep me searching for a heart of gold. You keep me searching and I'm growing old. Keep me searching for a heart of gold. I've been a miner for a heart of gold.
Oh, yes.
Oh, super.
Hey!
Is it like Neil Young?
Very authentic, yeah.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Ruth and Andrew aren't here tonight. They're big fans of Neil Young. I know they'll love that on the recording. Yeah.
Well, they could have been here, couldn't they? Just they're only in Morven Evan. They're only down the road.
They're in Morven Evan, but there are 11 of them. They said there are 11 of them in their holiday home, wherever they are in Morven Evan. And I think those 11 involve some grandchildren, which is always trouble.
Yeah, but they could have come back home for tonight, couldn't they? It's
Oh yeah,
only an
yeah.
hour.
Very poor level of commitment.
Yeah, hour and a quarter. They could have been back home, been with us, and then gone back again.
There we are. We'll
Back
get
up
comments.
Right. Oh yeah, it looks.
That was grand.
Looking over the another nice sunset here tonight. Yeah.
Yep.
Right, well, we're Rich. Not sunset time for you yet.
Oh. Hello. Let's see here. Ah.
Oh.
Chicago or California?
Well, that's an excellent question because I mean, right now I'm sitting in Chicago. I was in California day before yesterday. I'm doing more traveling than any reasonable person would want to for various reasons.
Hope you weren't in Death
I may
Valley.
be moving there permanently. I don't know. I'm looking at a job there.
Oh wow.
Tonight I'll dangle from this pipe. Inspect the cables one more time. It's my life. I'll climb up. Perch myself upon this tree. Wave to the spotlights, my sequins gleam. As a clown sings the man on the flying trapeze. Hey kid, the circus is in town. Scare your parents, run away. It's your life. Let go. Tuck your head between your knees. Throw your weight and spin ass over tit. Grab the pair of ankles on the next trapeze, and I am lithe in my short-lived man-made flight over the crowned heads of Europe and the gaping mouths of children. And if I fail and I fall twisted to the earth, give my regards to Orville and Wilbur Wright. A boy sleeps on my trailer floor, a townie from 2 towns ago. His name is Wild. He's up at daybreak. He mends the costumes before I wake. Then he stands on one foot as he shaves my face. And he talks tight ropes the balance of the day. When I was young, I walked the wire. I worked with an umbrella and no nets. And I was a fool. But there's no telling him this. I know that there's no stopping Wild. The bound and determined future equilibrist. Kids, you better know your tools damn well, and there's no trick to living life defying death. The trick comes in earning a living, getting the crowd to hold its breath, as they all hope you fail, as you pretend to risk your life. P.T. Barnum, meet the brothers Wright. Imagine flying through the air? Or do you just dangle by your teeth, swinging in the breeze? Are you waiting for an offer or the next trapeze? And I am life in my short-lived man-made flight over the crowned heads of Europe and the gaping mouths of children. And one day I'll fail and I will fall twisted to the earth. Give with my regards to Orville and Wilbur Wright. Yeah, lovely. I'll post the lyrics for the first song I did in the chat.
Okay.
Right, well, thank you very much, Rich. Glad to see you still working really hard there. God, what did they pay you for?
Well, I kept jumping out to answer questions for other doctors who don't know how to use the computer system. So that's among the work I do.
Okay.
And I'm here in case a baby bursts into flames spontaneously, which you never can tell when that might happen.
Has it ever for you?
Metaphorically, many times.
Oh, right.
Bob.
Right, well, thank you, Rich. And staying over on your side of the Atlantic, we've got Maureen.
A great song, and probably his only humorous one, by Graham Miles. He usually wrote about very awful things happening in the workplace. This is Romance in the Foundry. The bride, she were a foundry lass, and the bridegroom were a moulder. He turned up at his wedding with his shovel on his shoulder. She still had her goggles on and a net square round her head. She never did wear a lily white gown. She wore overalls instead. We didn't throw confetti and we didn't throw no rice. We threw nails and screws and molders, tools, and the workshop sold steel vice. She was given away by her old man, a retired foundryman. The best man, the charge hand fitter, by the couple he did stand. The ring was then presented, but would drop just like a shot. For it casted at work that morning, and the iron were still red hot. We didn't throw confetti, and we didn't throw no rice. We threw nails and screws and molders, tools, and the workshop sold steel vice. They held a wedding breakfast at a Cannon Street hotel. There was cider, rum, and chuddy gum, and tatty crisps as well. There was a wedding cake made out of mold and sand, full of nuts and screws. When they tried to cut it open, why, the knife it bust in two. We didn't throw confetti and we didn't throw no rice. We threw nails and screws and molders, tools, and the workshop sold steel vice. Her dad drunk all the whiskey, her mam supped all the rum. The police, they heard the commotion, and they all come rolling in. 10 revelers were arrested. They were dumped in the town hall cell. Judge Parker fined them 30 bob and a night in the clink as well. We didn't throw confetti and we didn't throw no rice. We threw nails and screws and molders, tools, and the workshop sold steel vice. Well, the do was then soon over, and the guests they did depart. While the newlyweds for their honeymoon, they made an early start. They packed a paper carrier and the diesel train they took to visit a couple of workmates who lived in Earlay Nook. We didn't throw confetti and we didn't throw no rice. We threw nails and screws and molders, tools, and the workshop sold steel vice. Well, that was just a few days ago. Now the couple are back at work. He's back casting iron bars while she sweeps the foundry dirt. They're arguing and bickering all the whole day through. You ought to hear the language, the foundry air turns blue. We didn't throw confetti and we didn't throw no rice. We threw nails and screws and molders, tools, and the workshop sold steel vice.
Oh.
Yay!
I can't imagine a couple being hit by Moulder's tools. That can't be a good experience. Lots of gusto in there. It's lovely to hear you sing, Maureen.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, I've just remembered I'm doing the blog tomorrow. I've got no notes here. It's going to be a very brief blog with the thing tomorrow, but who cares? Right, Carl, have you got another one for us tonight?
You lazy git.
Yeah. Yeah, verily, I say unto thee, you lazy git, yeah. Okay, Gwyneth, it looks like it's you then. Or was John referring to me as being a lazy git?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Of course he was.
I thought you meant Carl for not doing another song. Look, I've been running
No.
I mean, come on, we've had, what, how many, 12, 13, 14 performers here, and I'm struggling to fit you all in. I mean, I'm running over now.
You want to try Dragon's Breath, mate?
I'm just going to have to say goodbye. I've got a bit of an emergency at work, so that's why I've got to disappear. So,
Okay then, Alan.
a great night.
Cheers, Al. See you on Tuesday.
Tuesday. Okay.
Well, Alan.
Cheers. Good night.
Right, Alan. Right, Gwyneth, where were we? Before I was so rudely interrupted.
How's life? How's the weather been in South London today?
Glorious today.
Yeah.
I was isolating up until yesterday, so I could have gone in the garden, but it was cloudy. Today, back at school, it was beautifully sunny.
Sod's law.
But,
Right, go for it, girl.
Right. Come all you seamen bold, and draw near, and draw near. Come all you seamen bold, and draw near. It's of an admiral's fame, how brave Benbow was his name, how he fought all on the main. You shall hear, you shall hear. Brave Benbow, he set sail for to fight, for to fight. Brave Benbow, he set sail for to fight. Brave Benbow, he set sail with a fine and pleasant gale. But his captains, they turned tail in a fright, in a fright. Says Kirby unto Wade, we will run. Says Kirby unto Wade, we will run. For I value no disgrace, nor the losing of my place, but the enemy I won't face, nor his guns, nor his guns. The Ruby and Benbow fought the French, The Ruby and Benbow fought the French. They fought them up and down, till the blood came trickling down, where they lay, Brave Benbow lost his legs, by chain shot, Brave Benbow lost his legs, by chain shot. Brave Benbow lost his legs, and on his stumps he begs, fight on, my English lads, 'tis our lot, 'tis our lot. The surgeon dressed his wounds, cries Benbow, the surgeon dressed his wounds, cried Benbow. Let a cradle now be haste, hoist on the quarter deck be placed, that the enemy I may face, what till I die, 'Twas on Tuesday morning last, Benbow died, 'Twas on Tuesday morning last, Benbow died. 'Twas a shocking sight to see, Admiral Benbow carried away. He was buried in Kingston Church, there he lay, there he lay. Thank you. Yo.
Good old Benbow, some say.
Aye, yeah.
Not very popular with the French.
There was a folk club down in Penzance at a pub called the Admiral Benbow, which is a wonderful place to visit because they've got bits of galleons and stuff all over the place. And
What about his legs? Have they got his legs?
Have you got bits of Benbow scattered around?
No bits of Benbow, but you know, you can actually steer the ship in the pub.
Oh,
and all that sort of thing, and cannons and everything else.
Lovely,
fabulous place. Really worth a visit. That is. Yeah.
Admiral Benbow Inn in Treasure Island as well, isn't there?
That's where it came from. Actually, he pinched it from there, or they pinched it from him. I'm not sure which, my friend.
And can you wear hats and be pirates, John?
Of course you can, yes. I am Captain Fantastic, the biggest liar what never sailed the seven seas. And I am, in 2012, I was the mock mayor of Penzance.
The mock mayor?
The mock mayor, which it goes back years and years and years. But I'll tell you the story another time because we're still not finished here. So.
Is it any wonder that I can't finish on time when it's got you lot going on and on and on and on and on?
It's what happens, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the trouble with people. That's the trouble with people wanting to enjoy themselves, isn't it? That's the trouble.
It's in the way, isn't it?
You're spot on there, Al. Yep, thank you.
And thank you again to Gwyneth. And we take it that you're either
lovely
a teacher or you've been held back in the remedial class for a hell of a lot of years.
It feels like the latter. No, I'm a teaching assistant.
Oh, lovely.
But I was pinged by the app last Sunday to say that I got to isolate. So.
Oh, well done, you.
Well, after Monday, when sort of the whole of England goes on the loose, I think 90%.
Freedom Day! Freedom Day! Freedom Day!
Oh, piss off!
I think 90% of England will get pinged. Everybody will be self-isolating.
Absolutely.
Anyway, David, you're ready. Your guitar strapped around your neck.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I just got your letter, baby. Too bad you can't come home. I swear I'm going crazy, sitting here all alone. Since you're gone, I got a measure of blues. I ain't slept a wink since Sunday. Can't eat a thing all day. Every day is just Blue Monday. Since you've gone away, since you're gone, I got a mess of blues. Whoops, there goes a teardrop rolling down my face. If you cry when you're in love, it sure ain't no disgrace. I gotta get myself together before I lose my mind. I'm gonna catch the next train going, leave my blues behind. Since you're gone, I got a mess of blues. Whoops, there goes a teardrop rolling down my face. If you cry when you're in love, it sure ain't no disgrace. I gotta get myself together before I lose my mind. I'm gonna catch the next train going, leave my blues behind. Since you're gone, I got a mess of blues. Since you're gone, I got a mess of blues. Since you're gone, I got a mess of blues.
I was waiting for the yodeling there.
Fantastic, Dave. Thanks.
It's grand.
Right, thank you, Dave. Dave, you've got a club, haven't you? You never ever push it.
Yeah.
Are we keeping you up tonight? You look like you're ready for your bed.
With difficulty, yes. Luckily,
He had a yawn earlier. I nearly fell in.
yeah. I'm afraid it's a common phenomenon. Sorry about that. Luckily, I haven't got far to go home. So, yes. Yes, we do. We do have a club, and we have gingerly restarted. Though the pub that we used to meet in is now closed permanently. So, we're meeting in Ridamoon Football Club, which is spacious, so you can maintain social distancing and keep things beyond spitting distance. So it's it meets on a Monday, and at the moment we're meeting live twice a month on the second and fourth Mondays.
Second and fourth.
Using the Zoom facility for the intervening ones, because people are. I guess you guys are the same, really, that some can't wait to get back together and others are really quite diffident about leaving the four walls, really. So it's difficult time, isn't it?
Yeah, difficult times, yeah.
I can actually recommend their Zoom meetings on a Monday, every other Monday now.
First and third.
I've still not got back.
First, third and fifth, but yeah.
I've still not joined you on your live meetings yet,
John.
Dave, but it
You
will.
haven't, have you, John? But one of these days.
Yep, very soon.
One of these days would
Very
be
soon.
nice. But,
If you'd care to share your log-on details, David, you might get a few people joining you. If you want to put that in the chat. If you don't, then we'll know where we stand.
I'll see if I can find it. I don't do the IT stuff. John,
I've actually got it here.
Oh,
Dave.
do it, John. Do it.
You
I'll
do
put
it then, John. You'll be
I'll
much
put it
quicker
on
than me.
chat. Yeah,
Thank
Lovely.
You. Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Right,
it will-
thanks very much, Dave.
It will be
Okay, we've
online
got,
this coming Monday anyway. So anybody who'd like to join, you're very welcome. We start about 7:30.
Yeah.
You can join any time you like.
Right, we've got Chaz and Jan. They're sitting there thinking, this must be the third time round, surely, because we have run over. Well, there were about 20 people on that you can't see because they've gone.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, what have you got for us then?
It's an old favourite. It's the Jenkins family song. So here we go. Come on, you know hopers, you jokers,
and rose.
We're on the road to nowhere, let's find out where it goes. It might be a ladder to the stars, who knows? Come on, you know hopers, you jokers and rogues.
Leave all your furrows in the fields where they lie. Your factories and offices, kiss them all goodbye. Have a little faith in the dream maker in the sky. There's glory in believing in, and it's all in the beholder's eye. Come on, you know hopers, you jokers and rogues. We're on the road to nowhere, let's find out where it goes. It might be a ladder to the stars, who knows? Come on, you know hopers, you jokers and rogues.
Turn off your engines and slow down your wheels. Suddenly your master plan loses its appeal. Everybody knows that this reality is not real. So raise a glass to all things past and celebrate how good it feels. Come all you no-hopers, you jokers and rogues. We're on the road to nowhere, let's find out where it goes. It might be a ladder to the stars, who knows? Come all you no-hopers, you jokers and rogues.
Wash in the sea of our own vanity. We should rejoice in our individuality. The wind's gale force will steer our course to insanity.
Come all you no-hopers, you jokers and rogues. We're on the road to nowhere, let's find out where it goes. It might be a ladder to the stars, who knows? Come all you no-hopers, you jokers and rogues. Come all you no-hopers, you jokers and rogues. We're on the road to nowhere, let's find out where it goes. It might be a ladder to the stars, who knows? Come all you no-hopers, you jokers and rogues.
Oh,
Well,
Yeah,
that's
you've
it.
been working on the big finish.
A family full of jokers, no-hopers and rogues.
Yeah, that's us.
Oh, how dare I.
Right, well, John W. has put Dave Hatcher's stuff up on the chat. If anybody has nothing to do on a Monday, you can pop and see Dave.
Oh, copy and paste, copy and paste. Just do it. Make sure you've got it.
Right, Alan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I might look like I'm watching you, but I'm thinking in my head. I'm playing my guitar. There we are. I have a song. I am going to apologize. No, I'm not going to apologise at all. I sang this on Tuesday at the Dragon's Breath, which was my first time. I was a Dragon's Breath virgin on Tuesday. And I really enjoyed the night. It was lovely. A really nice bunch of warm-hearted people. Lovely stuff. And Colin. Sorry.
Gonna tell him that, Alan
No,
Jones.
I know you just have a go at him. It's a terrible thing. It's being recorded, so I'll take a deep breath and I'll do a song. Sung by Ian Bruce, a big Scottish lad from a big Scottish town called Glasgow. City called Glasgow.
Glasgow.
I'm pretty sure he's Glasgow. Leslie, is he from Glasgow? What's she saying, John?
I don't know.
Yes, he's from Glasgow.
He's from Glasgow. It's obvious, really, when you think about it. The least likely openly gay guy you'd ever see, because he's big and he's mean looking and he rides a motorbike. He used to go all over the country with a guitar on his back on his motorbike. And but he's a sensitive lad and he's written some lovely songs. This one's called Too Far From She.
Oh, yes.
And whoever she is, I don't know. Now we lost it all in one fierce affray. I stood not to fight and just walked away. Now I regret I did not delay, acting on feelings I held for a day. And fancy me so fancy free, I'm so far from home, I'm way out at sea. That's not the way I want it to be. So far from home, and too far from she. Now we sail with a crew of 100 and more. So many good men, good humor in store. We drink in a crowd when we go ashore. But I've never felt so lonely before. Fancy me, and fancy me, so fancy free. I'm so far from home, I'm way out at sea. That's not the way I want it to be. So far from home, and too far from she. Too many notes. 6 months have gone since I let her go. But time will not stand, and the wind shall still blow. The seas must ever fall and grow. My world will still turn, but ever so slow. And fancy me, so fancy free, so far from home, I'm way out at sea. That's not the way I want it to be. So far from home, and too far from she. And living this life is a foolish game. I've written to say that she's not to blame. It crossed in the post with a letter that came. She'd written to say that she feels the same. And fancy me, so fancy free, so far from home, way out at sea. That's not the way I want it to be. So far from home, too far from she. Too far from she.
Lovely, Alan.
That's a smashing song. Pinch it, John, pinch it. That's the thing.
Lovely song to finish.
Ah, yeah. It's a good singing song. When we're in company, it's a great singing song. I hope you were singing along with it there.
We were.
We were giving it welly up here. But,
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, it's sort of a two-edged sword because want to get back and sing those choruses, but there's just so many lovely people that we meet every week. You know, I really mean that, and it's. I hope we can find some way of keeping in touch somehow.
Yeah.
It's a long way for Rich to come, isn't it?
Yeah.
Long way.
Yeah.
One day I'll be there.
What we're planning on doing is when we go back live, we'll have the live session on Tuesday night, and the Zoom session will continue on a Wednesday evening.
Oh, right.
So
Well, we've
I don't
kicked
know
around-
when we're
we've-
going to go back. But
We've kicked around the idea of maybe sort of first Friday of the month being a Zoom and the rest being face to face so that we can keep in touch with people further away.
Yeah.
But it's not been.
Of course, it's before the committee, of course. It's got to get through committee stage.
Yeah,
of course.
yes.
But
We'll see.
again, with the live thing, somebody said earlier, Dave said earlier, there'll be people who be a bit iffy about going and sit in a room with
Yeah.
you know a load of other people and belting out songs. I don't know. We'll have to. We'll just have to play it by ear.
Our room is quite large. I mean, we could probably do the 30 quite easily. The only thing is you've got to do a risk assessment. So if you're going to the toilet, you'd have to go out the far door, which is by the stage at the far end of the hall, walk round the building and back in, have your whittle, and you can come in through that door then. And our kitchen, where you can make tea or coffee, whatever you want, in the kitchen area, we can only have one or maybe two people at the most in
with
that
masks,
area.
of course, with masks.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And so we're going to wait. We're thinking it's probably going to be about mid-September before we can go back live.
Yeah.
And that's if
Depending on how
depending
things go
how
now.
things are going. Yes, thank you, Carol. Yeah, yeah.
The trouble is, it's all going the wrong way at the moment. And
At the moment, it is. Yeah, yeah. And so therefore, we're staying as we are. We're going to be on Zoom at least until the middle of December.
September.
September, not December. Mind
Maybe
you, it
December.
might be December, mightn't it? Yes. Well, there we are.
Right, okay, we are winding up for the night now because we're a couple of minutes over and the rest, but that's Chaz and Jan's fault for turning up late.
And that's empty, look. Empty.
Good night, everyone.
Yeah, I've got.
Hey, everybody, what a splendid,
Thank
splendid evening. Thank you.
Thank
all.
you.
Absolutely.
That was great. Thank you.
Okay, good night.
Good night.
Night.
No star. No star.